Speed dating for ghosts. I don't know anything about this. I just know that it's very short. That's all I know. All right, let's see. Start game. I like the artwork. Oh, hello there. You must be here for speed dating. My name's Fran. I run this little operation. So what's the deal? Straight to it, huh? We get all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, sad ones. A few spooky customers. It gets lonely being a ghost. It has been pretty difficult, or I like being alone. I like being alone. I've never met a ghost who didn't need someone to talk to help make sense of all this. I'm doing just fine, thanks. You don't even want to make a friend? I guess it couldn't hurt. Wonderful. Then let's get started. We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. You pick one and sit at a table. Then what? Another ghost who also signed up is across from you. You'll have a few minutes to get to know them. Then a bell rings, and you switch seats. A bell rings from somewhere, just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds. And at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. How's all that sound? I can't wait, we'll see. Can you say that all again? I can't wait. Neither can I. First things first, though. What? Choose your room. Room of palms, room of liars, room of black. I don't know, palms? The room of palms. It looks like the basement of an old church. Faded linoleum floors, spare walls with the odd religious print framed in peach-colored wood. On one side is a large, open kitchen. Old refrigerators donated by the congregation hum and drip. This must be where the cabbage smell is coming from. Rows of long tables are set up for the next spaghetti supper. They work well enough for today's speed dating. You thought this was plants? The bell rings and a ghost appears. Sup? That's a ghost? I am made of questions right now. Like, hold on. I am made of questions. I gotta fix something on my computer real quick. Why does he have a football in his head? First of all. Yeah, is your head okay? Alright, that should do it. Probably how he died. I'm Riley. You're pretty hot for a ghost. Slow down there, buddy. Hey, sorry. Just saying. Isn't it cool we stay the age we died? Makes dying young a little better. How'd you die? Oh, wow. So, long story. I was a wide receiver in high school. Got real good. When it came time for college, bam, full scholarship. Dude, guys, you don't ask why they got footballs on their head. But football's rough. When you catch passes like I did, you take a lot of blows. Heh. After a while, I started getting headaches. I'd get dizzy just standing up. But I kept on playing. Had to. I mean, these were my best years. Until one day? Intracranial hematoma. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, now I'm here. That's sad. You had potential. I try not to let it define me, you know? So many ghosts have sad stories. I want to make the best of this. Have some fun. Be the best Riley I can be. It's just hard to figure out what that means. I wish ghosts didn't care so much about labels. It's just like when we were alive. Everyone always telling me who I was, without bothering to learn who I am. That's deep, Riley. Thanks, bud. Football knocks stuff around in there, but sometimes my brain still works. Any interest beyond sports? I try to branch out. But sports are just so fun, you know? Like, what's better than working up a sweat? Not that I sweat anymore. The bell rings. Oh snap. Halftime. Guess we call timeout. Let's keep this going in the second half. Does he speak in anything but sports metaphors? Another ghost appears. Done. Soulmate. Cough. Hello, sunshine. The ghost takes a long drag of their cigarette. The smoke rises up through their hollow frame, pumping out holes in their back. Oh, they probably died of lung cancer. They let you smoke in here? I didn't ask. Won't make much difference now. My name's Vera. That or the Lady in Smoke. That's what the ghost hunters call me. You look familiar. Maybe I just have one of those faces. Cough. A lot of ghosts know me. For years now, I've haunted Vegas, the glitzier condominiums, on the strip, obnoxious houses behind gates. I wake up, rich fools at night, shrouded in gray smoke, jangling pennies, wailing, pay the price, junk like that. Why the rich? They've usually done something bad, something no one knows. One look at me pulls it out of them. You should see the looks they give me. Pick number 2, my lord, holds up 3 fingers. You don't look so scary. I'm not in my costume. With the black veil and the smoke effects, trust me, it works. How do you make the smoke? How do you think? Cough. I was always a Vegas gal. Not the dancing type, mind you. More the type to pull slots and fix things. For my scumbag boss. I was an executive assistant to this big shot casino owner. This was back in the boom. Everyone moved in post-war. By the early 50s, it was a wonderland. I don't know who 3 is, but 3 is the charm. I don't know. I think Vera's the funnier one so far. Cough. My boss was a real piece of work. Balding, but... Never mind. You're done. Bad suits, always eating peanuts, tossing back rye. He was obsessed with money. Got it any way he could. And never let it go. No one liked him, but plenty feared him. It was my job to keep his sins quiet. Anyway, that's me. What brings you to this thing? I was bored. Pretty hard for a ghost to get bored. It's almost impressive. I guess it does get old, though. Floating, moving through stuff. You start to take it for granted. Like the living do. With breathing. And eating food. Oh, jeez. You know, if I had a choice between an eternal afterlife with no food and just straight up not existing anymore, what food do you miss most? Liver and onions? Fuck off. Nothing beats a good chunk of liver. The bloodier, the better. What is wrong with you? It'll clean you out. I don't like Vera anymore. The bell rings. Guess that's the bell. We'll have to pick this up later. No, thank you. See ya. Another ghost appears. The fuck? What's with the shifty eyes? Hey. Hey. I'm Stephanie. But you can call me Steph. Everybody does. What is happening? What are you wearing? Just something I threw on. Oh, who am I kidding? I spent like an hour putting my face on this morning. You look nice. Thank you. That's sweet of you to say. I feel so awkward. Speed dating is so awkward. Like, what do you say? My name's Steph and I play the clarinet. My name's Steph and I'm teaching myself Japanese. What if you think my hobbies are bad? What if you think I'm a weirdo? When you only have so much time to talk, the first thing you say makes all the difference. First impressions are overrated. You say that, but there's still gonna be that moment. The first time we see one another. The first time we hear each other speak. Those moments set the tone. Everything else is either validating that initial impression or trying to subvert it. Do I make a good first impression? You're interesting, at least. In the good way. There's nothing worse than meeting someone and running out of things to say. After, like, 10 minutes. That's why I'm here. There's no time to get bored. If you do, it's almost impressive. Tell me about playing clarinet or tell me about learning Japanese. Tell me about learning Japanese. I thought I'd pick it up so easily, since it's so far removed from English. There's such an art to drawing the characters, but there are so many. First you learn... Let's say hiragana? Let the record show I don't know how to speak or write Japanese. Those are the basic characters for sounds. Then... Is that... I can't tell if these are A's or O's. Does it say katakana or kodakono or what is this? For words taken from other languages. By the time I learned all those, I thought I was getting pretty good. Then came kanji. That's the difficult one, right? I do remember somebody saying that during Madness Returns because it was all in the sky. There are thousands of kanji characters. Oh fuck. It's overwhelming. You can always visit Japan. I'd love to. It would help to be immersed like that. It's just so hard to find the money. You're dead. You could sneak on a plane. Haha. That's pretty much impossible. How would I get through security? You just walk right through. And they have assigned seats. It's easy when you're a ghost. If only. Sometimes I wish I was a ghost. Like, not dead. That would be terrible. But a ghost. All ephemeral and timeless. But you are a ghost. Huh? We're dead, Steph. Wait. Studying Japanese is so hard. So what I'm hearing is that if I ever want to learn a foreign language, which I do eventually at some point, don't pick Japanese. What? What do you mean? The bell rings. No, wait. The bell can't be ringing yet. I don't understand. We're dead? Did I die? Am I a ghost? The timing of that. Oh my god. The second round begins. Sup? I'm Riley again. Haha. So, like, what should we talk about now? Got any dating tips? Dating tips, huh? I'm only a player on the field. Offit loves no game for me. I just try to be real. And ask the same of others. It's pretty simple, actually. You're smarter than you look. I am? Thank you so much. That's super nice of you. Is that sarcasm? What's sarcasm? That gnarly movie with the spiked metal ball? No, it's actually psych. Wow, he's been dead a while if he's saying psych. I'm just pulling your chain. Haha. Like, I don't know what sarcasm is. I'm not that dumb. Yeah, himbo. The bell rings. So, like, I was thinking, it might be fun to see a game together. My old team's playing our state rivals. It's been a while since I've checked in on them. I kinda... They said you can only pick one, right? I want to follow up with Steph because she doesn't know that she's dead. I don't know. That's not my thing. Bummer. But hey, I understand. I think maybe we count this as a loss. There's always next time, though. Am I going back to Vera? Hello again, Sunshine. Good to see you back around. Cough. We already talked a bit about how I lived, the Vegas life, my crooked casino boss. I'd like to tell you about how I died. I'm honestly curious. It's speed dating. Might as well lay my cards out. One day in 1954, the casino rang me up. A voice, the boss's son, said they were out of clean shirts. It was maybe 6 a.m. The sun wasn't up yet. I dropped my girl off at a sitter and rushed over to the casino. Why did you go? By this point, he had me trapped. I knew all his secrets, and he knew mine. If I left, who knows what he'd do? I didn't mind dying, but I had a kid to think about. The casino front doors were locked. The doors were never locked. Security let me in, and led me to the blackjack tables, where my boss was waiting. Dead on the floor, blood soaking into the burgundy carpet. How did he die? A knife, probably. These guys hated guns. His son was there. He smiled when he saw me. "You'll make this go away," he said. I nodded. 2 guys, bigger than horses, stepped up behind me. They loaded my dead boss into the trunk of a black car. One of them drove, the other made sure to sit with me in the back seat. Did you know these men? No. All their toughs looked the same. I swear they worked a year, and then got put down. Like my boss had been put down. I kept thinking about where this put me. When we got to the desert, would they bury me too? But they didn't. I watched as my boss, friend to the mayor, a builder, a legend, got what he deserved. A hole in the sand. Your girl was at the sitter? And she stayed there. I wasn't about to pick her up. At least not until things cooled down. So how did you die? I went home alone. Locked all the doors and windows, turned off all the lights, and waited. Nothing happened. Until I nodded off. I woke to an intense heat. Took a deep breath, sucking in hot black smoke. My lungs felt like they were burning. I couldn't see. They burned my home down, after making sure I was inside. I'm so sorry, Vera. Yeah, well, now you know why. I'm the lady in smoke. That explains a lot. The bell rings. Sorry this got so grim. After this is all over, maybe we can grab a drink and try not to let the past haunt us, even for just an hour. So, wait. We're actually totally 100% dead? Yes. As in afterlife? The afterlife? Yes. So you're a ghost. And I'm a ghost? That's why it's speed dating for ghosts. I thought that was strange. But then I just figured ghosts was ironic or something. Maybe slang? For people who are a little out of it? I'm a little out of it. Right now, especially. That might never go away. I still feel alive. Just, like, dissociated. Like the world is going on without me. It's a familiar feeling. I felt it a lot when I was alive, too. What was your life like? It was difficult. Except not really. Mostly, life was pretty good. Good parents? Good parents for sure. There was really only one thing wrong with them. They were cooler than me. When I was born, they were in their early 20s. They were into all this weird music, artsy movies about ballet school witches, and fantastic planets that were just creepy. My dad even smoked alternative cigarettes. Meanwhile, I was that dork with the puzzles, learning languages for fun. My parents were excited when I joined band. They thought it would help me make friends. Mostly I just like to practice alone in my room. Didn't you get lonely? Everyone asks loners that. Some people like to be alone. It's easier to keep a handle on things, especially when things start to go wrong. And holy, did things go wrong in my life. What happened to you? This is hard to talk about. I had cancer. A brain tumor. It was bad. Diagnosed a week after my 19th birthday. I started getting headaches and feeling confused about things. Things would just look wrong, out of place. It's hard to describe. How long did they give you? They gave me a few months. With treatment, that turned into a year. They said it was aggressive, so they had to be aggressive. Eventually, the symptoms subsided. It seemed like they zapped it. Told me I was progression-free, whatever that means. I was allowed to go back to school, but I didn't. I retreated to my room. After so much time facing death, I had a lot of trouble facing people. Funny, huh? Now I'm facing death and people. There's the bell. I guess it's back out into the world now. I have a lot to figure out. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me talk this out. Steph leaves the room. If you hurry, you could catch up to her. See if she'd like to talk some more. Then again, a date with a ghost like Steph might not be the most exciting. She's no football hunk. Nor is she the infamous Lady in Smoke. Choose your date. Alright, who we going with? I'll let y'all pick. Steph? We love Steph. I lied, Steph. Alright, seems like we stand Steph and whatever she's wearing. Oh, you mixed up her name with Vera. You catch up with Steph. She looks surprised to see you. You think it's hard to tell with the mask. Hey, what's up? Is everything okay? I just thought we should hang out. Oh, cool. I'd like that. Where should we go? The park or the symphony? I don't know, what do you think? The park or the symphony? I know she was a band kid, but maybe she'd be sick of that kind of thing. Yeah, she likes music, but like, what if she's tired of it? I feel like we're split here. 2 for park, 2 for symphony. Coin flip? Alright, where's my coin? Hello? There we go. Alright, I'm gonna do heads for park and... Oh, crystal ball. Okay, we can do that. I was gonna flip a coin. Alright, Mr. Protecto. Let's just say, are we going to the park?
The signs say no.
Alright, we're going to the symphony. Normally, I'd love to see the symphony. For all the years I've played clarinet, I've never actually seen a professional orchestra. Sigh. Another time, though, maybe we could just walk around. Maybe find a nice park. Talk a bit. I knew it! Fucking knew it! A heavy layer of snow has claimed the trees and buried the grass nearby. A cobblestone walking trail twists around the edge of a lake. You pass an old ghost sitting on a bench, tossing nothing on the ground but still going through the motions. The ghosts of geese gather around him anyway, acting out a ritual that no longer serves any purpose. This is all still so confusing. You must have lots of questions. I really, really do. Were you this lost when you died? For a while, yes. How did you figure things out? I'm still figuring things out. Dying's not a simple thing. I just feel like I spent years on a puzzle, only to realize I'm missing pieces. They're gone. I'll never finish. And now, what do I do? Do I take the puzzle apart? Be proud that I did what I could? Does anyone finish puzzles? No one I know. I'm sure some people are that together. But what about the rest of us? What now? Like, what do we even do as ghosts? Do we get jobs? What's the point of anything? You can scare people. You can help people. You can linger. You can help people. I guess we have powers. We can manipulate things, right? It's like in the movies. So, like, powers and stuff? Neat. Maybe I should help people. That seems like a thing to do. You have a lot of options. I keep thinking about all the things I can't do now. Eat, drink. I could go for a milkshake right now, you and me both. Vanilla? Nah. With a slice of apple pie? Sure. But I guess I won't taste it. There's no point in eating. So then I just want to play my clarinet. But I can't do that either. But you can do so much more. At least I can still do puzzles. And finish learning Japanese. I think I'm ready to take my mask off. You got this. If you say so. How do I look? Do we say beautiful? Or you look like you? What is happening? Why is it that if you look like just at the center of her face, like where the gray part and the eyeballs are, why does she look like Gary? I'm gonna say beautiful. Oh, you look like you? 2 for you look like you? Okay, we'll do that. You look like you. That was not a good answer. I feel like crying. Oh, okay, maybe it was. The good tears. But nothing's coming out. Thanks for the talk. It helped me a lot. We should do this again sometime. I'd like that. It's hard to be a ghost, but Steph seems like she'll be all right. What's next for you, though? Wow. There you go. That's a very short game. You loved that? It is very short. I'm tempted to say that we could do one more and see how it goes with, who was the second choice? We just skip to the date, maybe. Let's visit Graveyard. So if we click on Stephanie, Spirit of Denial, years alive 1983 to 2004, cause of death brain cancer. It took Steph a while to realize she was dead. If you beat cancer, it can be hard to accept when it comes back with a vengeance. Though the disease ultimately took her life, it could not take her spirit. Now Steph begins a new chapter, overwhelmed by the potential death affords. Interesting. Wow, there's all these... Holy crap. Beach? Why is there a dog bone? If you picked another room, you get other ghosts. Oh, okay. Well, shit. Date the meathead? I kind of want to go into a second room. Hello again, it's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down, and you can go right in. All right, we'll do one more. We'll do since it's so fast, we'll do one more. Do we want Room of Black or Room of Liars or Lears or however the fuck you say it? I feel like Black? Okay. One more round. The Room of Black isn't really a room at all. It's more of a garden courtyard. The sun beats down as you squint to see what's growing. Rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants, drying and rotting in the sun. What fruit these plants produce shriveled on the vine. But there's a peace to this place. The crickets are chirping, and well beyond the garden a train passes. You sit at a table opposite an empty chair. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Okay. Ooh. I'm a ghost. Ooh. Ooh. LOL. Wait. LOL. Isn't it great being dead? It is pretty neat, right? Being dead is the best way to live. I'm Drea? Like short for Andrea? I'm like dead, obviously. I'm also like dead. Go figure. Let's be dead together. How did you die? Yeah, no. You don't want to know that. Besides, you're asking a ghost how they died? That's boring. Ask something else. Something not boring. Okay, what do you do for fun? I haunt places. Like, actually scare people. Nothing too mean. Just like flicker lights off and on. Move stuff around so it floats. Push people downstairs. You know, ghost stuff. That last one doesn't sound so harmless. Fun. Wait, you push people downstairs? LOL. I don't actually. I was just pulling your leg. Or whatever it is you've got. Drea looks around. Man, look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotting garden is a good place to pick up. And yet you're here. Well, yeah, I'm here. Ever tried dating ghosts in the wild? They all just contort and wail. So do people. And not in the good way. My ex was a nightmare. I assume you mean a literal nightmare. I've gone out with all kinds. Pretty girls in dresses, who carry their own heads. A shadow who refused to let me look directly at him. Being dead is great. It's the other dead people that kill me. Blunt. Where? I could use one. Just kidding. Pot does nothing now. Holy does it do nothing. Getting messed up is the only thing I miss about living. When I was alive, I loved jokes about dying. Life sucked. Jerks everywhere. Never enough money. The jerks got the money. I'd be all, the best way to die is now, before death does me in. It should at least buy me dinner. Jokes, you know? But now that I am dead, it just feels right. Like maybe it was meant to be. Which I guess makes sense, since we all die in junk. The bell rings. Antler Ghost rang that bell thing. That means we change places. See you in a bit. Another ghost appears. What? Is that a ghost? Looks like popcorn chicken. Oh, hello there. I'm Hattie. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little shy. It's just so nice to get out of the home. To see a new face. The home? I haunt the old folks' home. Where I died. Why are we trying to date someone's dead grandma? Queen Mary's. It's not a nice place to live, let alone die. They treated you poorly? I wouldn't say poorly. The nurses do their best, but they are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death. How do you help? Any way I can. I keep watch on vitals. Ring a nurse when needed. Tuck residents in at night. In their final moments, I whisper in their ears. There is more, I say. Just you wait. That's so nice. I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have power over the living, whether they know it or not. We ought to use that power for good. What about fun? By all means, have fun. Lord knows I try. And eternity means you can see every movie you missed. Sneak into every Broadway show. I personally don't find the time, though. There's too much to do. Sometimes I think it would be easier if I had someone to help me when things get tough. Were you alone when you were alive? No, I had a partner. Milton. Like Milton Bradley? He's still alive, actually. A resident at the home. The bell rings. Oh, I guess that's our time. I suppose I will see you again when I come back around. Thank you for the talk. She's so polite. Another ghost appears. The ghost says nothing, only stares. Tried to beat him at a staring contest. Stare back. The ghost's eyes narrow. Narrow your eyes. Yeah, I've got that problem too, dude. The ghost opens their mouth wide. Wider. The sides begin to crack and tear. Inside smells so foul. Musty and sour. Like rotting peaches. The ghost lets out a guttural cry. Low and lonely. The other ghosts in the room are all looking at you. Stand your ground. You are not like the others. I can say the same about you. I am a vengeful spirit. Not unique among ghosts. Just perhaps among these ghosts. What brings vengeance to speed dating? I was more. I was a man. An accountant. Gary. That name sounds wrong now. Silly. Common. Gary liked the patter of rain. Okay, but who doesn't? Baseball games and decaffeinated tea. What happened to Gary? The ghost's eyes grow wide. He breathes in deeply, remembering something horrible. What's wrong? The knife. I still feel the blade. The life draining out. Emptied. An empty space. Where once there was something. Now cobwebs. A draft. Who killed you? I do not remember. Can you help me remember? The bell rings. Your time with Gary ends before you have a chance to answer. Perhaps if you get to know Gary a little better, you can help him. Help him remember how he died. It's one way to spend an evening. The second round begins. Plot twist, you killed Gary? Everybody's so flippin' gloomy here. I keep thinking, who died? Everyone died. That's the joke. You know that's the joke, right? Man, we should just go haunting. Freak out some flesh bags. Give them something to be afraid of. Maybe. Like you're gonna do better than me here? Or anywhere? Most ghosts are sad as heck. Or boring. Lots of boring ones too. What makes a ghost cool? Did you really ask that? If you're cool, you're cool. You just are who you are. You're not trying to wear someone else's bedsheet, you know? I've only met a few ghosts like that so far. Mostly ones I meet at punk shows. It's great because you never need a ticket. What kind of punk shows? Emo! And the harder old stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm a cliche. I like the harder old stuff. I'm sure you do. I don't meet a lot of ghosts like you. Nice ones, I mean. Usually I pal around with other poltergeists. What's wrong with poltergeists? Nothing at all. Poltergeists are the best. It's pretty much just like the movie. One time I even tried to suck a girl into a TV. The glass got in the way. Kinda messy, actually. Did she die? Nah. I was kidding. I'm not like that. My friends, though? Way more intense about the ghost stuff. My friend Beck likes to make corpses wink. At morticians. At open casket funerals. Allison haunts an airport hotel. Guess she likes to watch weird people doing it. I just hang out. Go to shows. Terrorize this normie couple I know. Rich types who moved into my old house. They actually put up a plaque that says, "Live, laugh, love." Bleh! Yeah, she's growing on me. How do you terrorize the normies? Possession is fun. When they're asleep, I make the girl sit up in bed and point at the corner in the dark. The guy wakes up, sees what she's pointing at, and freaks out. It wakes her up and she freaks out too. It's great. Sometimes, other times, I want to meet ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things. But then I actually remember, I like doing those things. I really just want to share them with someone new. I know I probably sound pathetic. The bell rings. Already? This was okay. Come find me after. We'll do something. What exactly do you have in mind? You'll see. Hello again. How is the speed dating going? Is it everything you hoped it would be? You're my favorite so far. There are some weirdos here. It's just depressing me. Oh geez, what a choice. You're my favorite so far. There's no need for flattery. We're already getting along fine. There's something different about you. A light. I can literally see it glowing in there. In your guts. Just don't let it go to your head. Dying has shown me there's still a lot to learn. Always something new worth knowing. Hattie looks at the garden rotting around you. Do you like gardening? I love gardening. I never much cared for flowers. They're beautiful, but they sure don't last. Vegetables are where it's at. I love ones that grow like the dickens. Squash, snap peas, spaghetti squash vines are thick and sharp. They will choke other plants if you're not careful. I like tomatoes. Tomatoes are finicky plants. They need water to survive, of course. But too much and they'll start to get sick. Now that we're ghosts, I know we don't need to eat. I still like to grow food. Help something live, you know? The bell rings. Oop, there's the bell. She said oop. Why'd I say it like that? I was doing the American version and the British version, because there's always an argument about how to say shit. I'm due at the nursing home tomorrow. I'd be honored if you'd join me. It's not as exciting a date as other ghosts might offer, but it has its rewards. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last. Let me think about it. I understand. I'll be at the Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Hope to see you there. Hattie floats over to the next table. She takes her time. It seems like she wishes she could just stay and talk to you. How did you die? Hello again to you too. Hello. How did you die? Tragically. What killed you? Boredom. I long for boredom. Boredom is the cousin of content. What will make you content? To figure out who killed me, and why. I only recall slivers of my last moments alive. Emotions, work, a shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. I do not know how they fit together. Tell me about the shadow. The shadow was long, dark, but familiar. It crept along the wall. It crept through the office as we worked at night. It came for me. It has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name? Gary's eyes looked so threatening when you first met him. Now they look sort of sad. You're a good ghost, Gary. Your kindness, it is rare among our kind. I still feel the blade, the life draining out. Join me after the final bell. Together, we will discover why. The bell rings. Gary left a strange transit map behind. Routes you've never seen. A certain stop is circled. Choose your date. Alright. This is a hard pick. They're also interesting. I want to know what happened to Gary, and then Hattie and Drea are both good choices. What's up, Ninja Galappy? I don't know. I don't know who to pick. What do y'all think we should pick? See, in the first room, I didn't really care to see what was up with Riley. But all three of these, I want to know. You want to know about Gary? Gary? Okay. I wonder if after we've gone through the room once, if we can just like fast forward to the choose your date and then see how the other dates work. I'll go with Gary, because we've got votes for him. So we'll figure out what happened to him. You arrive at the bus stop where Gary asked you to meet. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts, waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. The third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. Oh, he's got a bow tie. He is wearing a bow tie. I wore a bow tie. You look nice. I wished to look respectable. One must look respectable when meeting one's end, even for the second time. Also, I thought you would like it. I love it. Gary smiles. Briefly. We are going to the place where I died. The office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks. Where the trains grind and the walls shake. The dead end of a crooked drive. Sounds spooky. Yes, spooky. A dim purple light washes over Gary's face. The dead of night bus has arrived. This bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit trained to perform repetitive tasks. So it's an office worker. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There is no fare. You've all paid the price. I like that. That's clever. The office is just as I remember it. I sat in that corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy. The papers on Gary's old desk are carefully stacked. It seems he liked to keep things orderly. My partner's desk. Always a mess. Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk. Service. What about your service? Not my service. Service was my partner. Service Gelk. Funny name. Many people thought so. Strange I couldn't remember it until now. I worked with the man for 16 years. At first for a bank. We were miserable. So we struck out on our own. Gary sits at Service's desk. He turns on the desk lamp to get a better look at the papers. He was a friend? He was a thief. The green and gold lamp collecting dust on Service's desk casts a long shadow. The shadow begins to move. It creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary. He was telling our clients they owed money. Money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself. Small amounts, so I would not notice. But even small numbers do not add up. Gary struggles to stand. He seems troubled by something. When I confronted him, there was a fight. In this room? Yes. I killed him. Oh God. I still feel the blade. The knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach. I found them, but I could not hide what I'd done. Instead, I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. When the officers knocked on the door, I was so scared. They warned me, but I couldn't let go of the weapon. Frozen in place, right there in our office, they shot me where I stood. I died here, same as Service. At least you know. I am haunted by an act of vengeance, not the need for it. I am sorry for bringing you here. I am sorry I am not good. You're a good ghost, Gary. I am not. But now that I know what I have done, I will carry it with me. Atone. Perhaps then I will be good. A good ghost. Gary is gone. The office is darker now. On the wall, you see a portrait. 2 smiling men. Service and Gary. The day they opened their firm. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead. But the picture stays fixed to the wall. That was the plot twist I did not see coming. Welcome back, Dizzy. Yeah, why Gary? Actually, it's funny you say that, Gloppy. I think there's actually a book called that. Why Gary, Why, or something like that, about a man who, back in the 80s, his son had been like assaulted or molested by somebody, and the father waited like outside of the jail and shot the guy. And the cop that was escorting the perp was like, why Gary? And so like it was a book about that. That just came flooding back to my memory. Let me see if we can speed date through that. You're surprised I picked up on it, so that was intentional. So Room of Black. Okay. You return to the Room of Black. The speed dating rounds have wrapped up, but some ghosts are still hanging around. Choose your date. Okay, cool. So we can. All right, let's check out, we wanted to go with Hattie too, right? Just going back to the nursing home. You arrive at Queen Mary's to meet Hattie for your date. It's 7:04 a.m. You're a little late. We can do Drea too before I wrap things up. Looking around, this could be any nursing home. Yellowed walls, stained drop ceilings. Supply carts line the corridors alongside the odd empty IV stand. The sun's not quite up, but the residents sure are. Walking the halls to get a bit of exercise. Chatting over weak decaf in the dining room next to reception. You came! Welcome to Queen Mary's, my home. What do you think? It's nice. Isn't it, though? I just love it here. These are my people. Behind Hattie, an old woman hangs up the lobby phone. The woman begins to cry. Her son, probably making more excuses not to visit. Do I have to sign in? Nope. You're a ghost. No one will see you. Unless you want them to. Just come with me. There's someone I want you to meet. It's gonna be Milton. Hattie floats off down the left corridor. All these corridors look the same, but she knows exactly where she's going. You pass a number of open doors, glancing inside. Some residents watch TV from their beds. Others just stare out their windows, or at the walls. Most rooms are bare. A few are decorated. There are tall plants, fine wood furniture. In one room, you spot a record collection. So it's me in the nursing home. Essential possessions transplanted to make this place feel more like home. At the far end of a long hall, Hattie stops and turns to you. So, I know this is probably obvious, but we're here to see Milton. He was my partner for 47 years. If you think I'm a firecracker, Milton's all sparks. You'll like him, I think. He's been doing worse lately. Is he sick? He's just old. The little things stack up when you're old. Eventually, one kills you. I've been spending a lot of time here. It has him concerned. Milton says I'm hanging on to the past. He wants me to make friends who are more like me. Ghosts, he means. I want to show him that I met a good one. I want him to meet you. It will make him so happy. Hattie turns to go into Milton's room. Good morning, Millie. Inside is an empty bed, neatly made. Milton is gone. Oh. No. Hattie frantically searches the room. She spots the chart at the foot of the bed. This says he had an aneurysm. He was taken to the hospital. She looks at you with fear in her eyes. I have to go. I can come with you. I'd like that. I know it's a lot to ask, but I'm scared to do this alone. You arrive at the hospital with Hattie. She floats behind the reception counter to locate Milton's room. Second floor, intensive care. Milton's room is dim. A reedy old man with a thick mustache lies in the bed, motionless. It's quiet except for the steady whoosh and click of a machine by his side. A ventilator connected to a tube run down his throat. The machine is breathing for him. Oh no. Milton. She looks around as if he might have already left his body. They were supposed to let him go. Hattie looks at Milton's chart. It says he was found unresponsive. No signs of brain activity. But I still feel his presence. Don't you? I feel it. But where is he? Is he lost somewhere? Is he trapped in there? Oh, Milton. His sister has power of attorney. He didn't want this. He signed a form that said do not resuscitate. He didn't want this. Hattie looks up. I'm sorry I dragged you here. I know this must be quite awkward. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone with Milton now. I understand. Thank you for understanding. As you step into the hall to leave, you can hear Hattie saying something at Milton's bedside. There's so much more, my love. Just you wait. Wow. That took a turn. Alright. Let's do the date with Drea. Wrap this up. Hello again. Yes, hello. I was not expecting straight up feels in this game. I'm like, haha, let's play funny, silly Halloween dating game. Alright. I wish I had time to do the other room. Alright, Drea. You ready? Yeah, you're ready. Drea has something planned, that's for sure. This is gonna be sweet. Drea takes you to a house in the city. A duplex, brick. Not a bad looking place, maybe a little rundown. It's clearly had some renovations though. Like the neighborhood, its edges have been filed off in favor of some good old-fashioned gentrification. The front door is a fresh shade of red. And there's a pretty nice car in the driveway. My place, when I was just another flesh bag. Really? Yeah, really. What, you're surprised? When I was here, it was way better. There was a pawn shop over there. Where that garbage Java Joy Joy is now. They always had good tapes. Now it's just coffee. Everyone just drinks coffee and does yoga. Whatever, come on. Let's go inside. From the inside, the house looks like a show home. Perfectly decorated rooms with perfectly placed furniture. Everything matches because almost everything is white or gray. They get cleaners. Pay them like nothing. And complain when they don't wash the walls. Ceramic letters hang on a yellow accent wall. Live, laugh, love. This is the garbage I'm talking about. Live, laugh, love. Spew, barf, puke. Drea starts to rearrange the letters. E-V-I-L. Oh man. G-H-O-U-L. And then that leaves... L-A-E-V... What does that spell? Veil? Does evil ghoul veil mean anything? Veil means valley. I mean, valley sorta works, right? Like evil ghoul's domain? Bah! Drea throws the remaining letters on the floor, smashing them to bits. They take a step back to survey their handiwork. Evil ghoul. That's definitely an improvement. LOL. So, where should we hit next? The kitchen. Getting creative, huh? Plenty of fun in there. My phone goes off. The kitchen looks like it was recently updated. Built-in microwave, induction cooktop, something called a smart fridge. What do they even do to afford all this? Drea heads for the fridge. This is what I call poltergeist pay dirt. Inside the fridge is the biggest plastic container of kale you've ever seen, and rows of expensive-looking juice marked cleanse. Give me a break. I can't choose! The juice. Look at all these pretty colors. Green, yellow, red. Drea thinks for a moment. Slime, pee, blood. Just like that, the juices look different. Don't worry. They'll just taste like those things. Somehow that's hard to believe. I mean, where would I even get blood? There's a click at the front door. Oh shiz, they're home. Quick, this way. Drea drags you to the front room just as the couple who lives here opens the front door. At first, they don't notice anything is wrong. They take off their shoes while bickering about who forgot to take the garbage out. It's funny because my phone going off is that I need to take my garbage out. The man is the first to see the letters on the wall. He stops talking. She looks up to see why. He points to the letters rearranged on the wall. And they proceed to freak the fudge out. They run away. Not out the door, up the stairs. Straight to the bedroom. Aw, man. After all that work, I knew we should have done the bedroom. Sigh. I guess they weren't gonna run straight to the fridge anyway. This was still super good. Best time I've had in forever. Maybe I'll see you around sometime? Absolutely. Totally. You're left alone in Drea's house. Upstairs, the couple is loudly trying to convince the cops they called that ghosts are real. Eventually, they give up and admit it was probably just neighborhood punks. You leave the house through a wall. Outside is dusk and kinda spooky. There's a bit of fog rolling in. A nice night for a haunting. A good night to be a ghost. Wow. Okay. Moment of truth. We start the game. No! This didn't happen the other day. What the shit? Alright, hold on. Let me click into one of the rooms and see if it keeps happening. Am I still hearing static? There's not enough music for me to tell. The speed dating rounds have wrapped up. Some of the ghosts are still hanging around. Okay, so we already went out with Steph. We'll test the sound with Vera because she looks like she's just so done, and that's kind of how I feel. Okay. It sounds all right to me. Maybe it's just the music on that bit when she's putting our name down? I don't know. You meet Vera outside. Please let me know if you hear anything wrong with it. She's smoking in the dark. Took you long enough. Not really, though. I'm just kidding around. You don't think you hear it anymore? Yeah, I don't think I do either. So, what do you want to do? The worlds are... Vera stops talking. She seems distracted all of a sudden. You hear that? I didn't hear anything. I heard a voice. There it is again. A voice. Did you hear it this time? Are you okay? I'm honestly not sure. I'm hearing a second voice. Vera is smoking hot in the dark. Wow. Wow. This one sounds familiar. Like the way I'd sound if someone recorded me. Yeah, the sound of your voice on a recording is hard to get used to. Me, but not me. This is so weird. I'll say. The voice is calling out to me. It's saying, Vera, are you there? We are trying to reach Vera. Oh, is someone doing like a seance or something? Dead on the 5th, November 1954. And then the other voice. The one that sounds so familiar. It says, where are you, Mom? Oh no. My daughter? I'm sorry. I have to go. I have to find her. Can I come with you? Yeah. I think you'd better. I'm not sure. what I'm hearing. It sounds like my daughter, but, well, you know what I've done. It might be nice to have some backup. You follow Vera to the source of the voices in her head. Wasn't her backstory that she, like, worked with the mob or something, and they burned her house down with her in it? Anyway, you follow Vera to the source of the voices in her head. A small bungalow on a quiet street on the other side of town. There's a square hedge around the front yard, and a neon sign in the window. Yep, there it is. Psychic readings. Know the future. Know yourself. She looks so fed up. Let's go inside. Inside, the house is dark, except for a dim room towards the back lit by trembling candles. Two people are seated at a table, facing each other. One is a young woman, dressed in black with multiple piercings. She appears to be the psychic and playing the part with witchy flair. A second woman sits across from her. This woman is in her 70s, wearing wireframe glasses and a long black dress. She looks like a retired librarian. That's my daughter. Is this a seance? Called it. It sure looks that way. What happens now? Good old tarot cards. Quit it. I feel a presence. Yeah, it's sass in the chat. Vera's daughter opens her eyes. Mom, are you there? Your mother is here. She may not be able to speak, but she is listening. Mom? I sense two presences. Two? Yes. One is unknown to me. The psychic breathes in deeply. You may now ask your mother a question. Perhaps she will respond. Mom? It's Jane. I need to know what happened. How you really died. The police, the papers, they all said it was an accident. But I found your letters. Mom, what did they do to you? I can't tell her what happened. It's too hard. Can you say something? I need her to know that I'm out there. I'm just not sure I can do it. Tell Jane how her mom really died. Tell her it was an accident. Remain silent. I say we tell her how she died. The psychic repeats what you say, word for word. The letters were all true. Every word. I'm sorry I left you. I did it so you could live. Jane begins to cry. You didn't leave me. They took you from me. I was only a little girl. I'm so sorry, Mom. I miss you so much. I miss you too. Man, some of these dates are like just heavy. That's a date? Yeah, see, it's only static on this part. Hello again. Yeah. All right, let's go on the date with the football guy. This room is now empty. What? What do you mean it's empty? I want to see the football dude. Okay. He left. We were able to do all 3 dates in the room of black, which is also empty. I guess he just left. All right, well, we'll go to our final room then. I still don't know how to say this word. Is it liars? Anyway, this room looks a bit like a conference hall. The kind you might see in an airport hotel. There was a meeting of regional managers here yesterday, followed by some couple's 65th anniversary in the evening. He said since you didn't pick him, he's not picking you. Wow. They left a few balloons behind. Worn, plush stacking chairs are set on either side of lacquered oak tables. In one corner, there are wine glasses and a metal pitcher of water, alongside a stainless steel urn for coffee. They're drinking coffee out of an urn. Ghosts don't need coffee. One particularly nervous ghost is holding a cup anyway. Some habits never die. Alright, who do we got in this room? The bell rings and a ghost appears. What? Ah! A ghost? Oh god. Sorry. Of course you're a ghost. We all are. I'm still not used to this whole being dead thing. I'm not that scary. No. No, you're not. But you're still a ghost. When I was alive, I was so scared of ghosts. It started when I was little. A movie I saw. I pushed my bed against the wall. I told my mom. It was so I wouldn't fall out. I couldn't sleep unless my back was against that wall. I still need to play Undertale. It's on my list of things to stream at some point. I've just never played it before. That's so cute. Why were you scared, and what good would that do? Why were you scared? I'd picture the worst ghosts. Devils, dark entities, hateful things floating in the dark, hiding in mirrors, watching, standing behind me, and now I learn they were there? Everyone who told me that there was nothing to be afraid of, they were wrong. Ghosts are real, and I am one. It's not so bad. For you, maybe. I'd rather not become what I fear. You can be anything you want. Anxiety. I'm a spirit of anxiety. I might want to be anything else, but that's what I am. What about you? Are you afraid of ghosts? Not anymore. What changed? I found things to like. I want to find things to like. Every time I think I'm happy, even for a second, the anxiety knocks. Says, I'm back from my break. Did you miss me? Ah! The bell rings. Oh. That was just the bell. Phew. Thank you for listening. I guess we'll talk more in a bit. Hopefully the other ghosts are as nice as you. I'm called out. I don't like this. I'm in this game and I don't like it. Another ghost appears. Well, look what we have here. The ghost's voice creaks like ancient wood. The name's Spooky Peter. Sold. Sold. Spooky Peter. He tips his hat. Dust spills off the brim. How do you do? You seem ancient. My record of hauntings goes back long as the door. Since the Black Death took me in 65. 1665. I thought the plague was earlier. The Black Death came in waves. Lingered for centuries. I was a doctor in London. Spooky Peter is from London? What the shit? I knew I'd got it. The second the chills started. I was dead in days. Last great gasp of bubonic on the island. Some 68,000 went with me. Ever since then, I've been spooking folks. Even been in books. Not always by name, mind you. But you can tell when it's me. The top hat. The fear. All hot and sick. Nobody spooks him like Spooky Peter. Are you the devil? Just one of his helpers. You could be too. There's something in your eyes. Potential. Teach me your spooky ways. Now. Spooky Peter doesn't just teach anybody. A rock has potential. Before you throw it through a window. What makes you any better? I turn milk into worms, I make unplugged stereos blast music, and I can pull my face off. I'm gonna go with the blast music. That would scare the shit out of me. You saw that in the pictures. These new conveniences, stereos and microwave ovens, they are fun to play with, but they can be explained. Bad wiring and faulty tubes. However, if you've already spooked someone, a microwave turning on will get them good. So how's that for a lesson? What else you got? Slow down there, bedsheet. Learning to spook 'em takes time. If a legendary spookin' is what you're after, and Spooky Peter's gonna take you under his wing, so to speak, you'll need a solid foundation. It's all about knowing your audience. A good spookin' is in the details. The bell rings. The bell. It means we move on. Guess I'll be seeing you when I come back around. So far, I love Spooky Peter. He's hilarious. He called us a fucking bedsheet. A thick layer of dust now covers the table. Needs a shower or something, though. Another ghost appears. What? Want to make some money? Excuse me? Do you want to make some money? Dollar bills. Cashola. You know the stuff. I understand what money is? Good. Then you understand why I want more. Do ghosts even need money? Technically, no. We don't buy things. But money buys something else now. Favors with the breathers. Influence. Information. The living always want the money. The living buy plenty. The name's Leon, by the way. I rob banks. Don't judge. You rob banks? Banks. Financial institutions. Cash condos. You know the joints. I know what banks are. Good. You pass the test then. You meet my impossibly high requirements. Okay. Wow. A ghost who knows what a bank is. Let's do this. The problem with robbing banks, people see the robbers, but you can't see a ghostie. We can walk right in and float that money right on out. Genius, right? It's the perfect crime. I can't believe I'm humoring you. You know it'll be a good time. We might get money out of it. And what are the consequences? Are the cops gonna arrest a ghost? No. No, they are not. There's no harm in hearing you out. No harm at all. At the very least, it'll break up all the gloom in this room. Leon looks around at the other ghosts. Yeesh. The bell rings. Nuts. Time to switch seats. Don't worry. I'll be back. We got more to talk about. The second round begins. The other ghosts. Holy, were they awful. Leon's just a creep. And Spooky Peter, that name is earned! Oof. Also, I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Kyo? Sorry. Spooky Peter has been around. I think he's actually just dust. My rule? Never trust anyone who wears a hat. The stuff he said to me, the hairs behind your neck know me. It's best to hide in the corner of their eye. He's what I was afraid of as a kid. He said he's been in books. I believe it. The man's almost theatrical. Reminds me of a character actor. Playing the devil on stage. I totally see it. I'm not a confident person, but I'm rarely wrong. You should stay away from him. You're not like these other ghosts. I'm sure thankful for that. At best, dating ghosts is frustrating. Everyone asks the same things. How did you die? What was your life like? If we were alive, the questions would be like, what kind of food do you like? What's your favorite movie? Dying doesn't make people more interesting. It's Videodrome, by the way. My favorite movie, I mean. I feel like I should ask one of the questions, but at the same time, I don't want to. Long live the new flesh. Ha! You know it! Sometimes I feel like a VCR. For the kids, that's the thing that used to play tapes. We actually just saw it in the previous game. Obsolete. Out of date. No new stories to tell. I still have my VCR. Nice. I love meeting fellow fans of dead media. So, do you want to hear how I died? If you want to talk about it. Might as well get it out of the way. I was in film studies, working my way toward a PhD. In debt, always pretty sad. I had good friends, though. I was always studying. One weekend, they convinced me not to study. They said we should go to the lake instead. I couldn't swim. I never learned. You see where this is going. I drowned. Everything went black and quiet. I woke up dead in a fancy wooden box. Under 6 feet of dirt. They buried you alive? No, how did you drown? First I was in a canoe. Then I was in water. Then I was in dirt. After I died, my spirit separated from my body, like it does for everyone. I fell right through my coffin, through my own body. Down, 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 into the bedrock. It was so dark. That sounds awful. It was. I will never forget the confusion, the helplessness. I seized up. That actually stopped me from falling. When I freaked out, it was like my whole body became, how do you say this again? Corporeal? I can't remember. Not flesh. Just like, you know how if you concentrate, you can still pick up objects? Like that. We need to change Kyoto Manta. Oh my god. Except I was the object. And the earth was holding me. It was so quiet there. Stuck in solid rock. How long were you down there? It's hard to say. I didn't know much at that point. I didn't even know I had died, let alone what was happening, where I was. Drowning wasn't as bad as that. Listen, I'm sorry I've been such a downer. I promise I'm not always like this. I was thinking, maybe we could go out sometime. Somewhere quieter maybe. With fewer loud bells and spooky Peters. Yeah, I'd like that. Yay. I can't wait to do something with you that isn't talking about myself. Sorry. The bell rings. See you after we're done. My spooky protege returns. What knowledge do you seek, protege? Protege? I have done the rounds. Had a look at the crop. Only you have what is required. The stuff. Now ask what needs asking. What spooks Spooky Peter? Not much. Though I will say, I ain't so fond of beasts. You're scared of animals? Beasts are all instinct. Their fear is primal. Tangible. I can't spook a beast. Not like a person. I take it you don't have a pet. Never. And I steer clear of people who do. Spooky folk like me rely on a certain covertness. I can't just be all clanging about, announcing myself. That's not so spooky. Cats? Oh, here we go. Cats? They can sense Spooky Peter. They know I'm there. If I hide in the closet, they'll scritch and scratch at the door, start yowling, even run around in the dark. To wake the owners, I wager. It's trouble, let me tell you. A real impediment. So basically, have a cat, and you won't get haunted. Spooky Peter wheezes. Something's rattling around in there. Are you okay? Pay the rattle no mind. I died with it. It stays with me. You ever been to the mirror world? Your kitten jumped headfirst into the toilet today? Oh my god. What's the mirror world? The place beyond this. But the same as this. So like the upside down. You've seen it. But always looking in. The bell rings. If you fancy another lesson, come on by the edge of things. I'll show you around the other side. I'd like that. Maybe you think you'll like it, seeing it's another thing entirely. Some things spook even Spooky Peter. Oh, this guy again. I forgot about him already. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. You'll come in with me, while I get a third ghost to watch the door. Do you know which bank yet? Absolutely. A secluded branch up on 4th. Bored tellers, lots of older customers. It's a great place to hit. How'd you find it? A friend put me on it. He's trustworthy, don't worry. Leon pulls out some graphing paper. Great, we gotta do math. I drew the layout in pencil. I probably didn't need so much detail. Since we're going in the front door, I just figured it's best to be prepared. Wait, does this mean you're interested? Tell me more about you first. Alright, fine. I'll give you my life story. Abridged version. I'd probably help to maintain her cover anyway. Fran walks by. It seems like she's eavesdropping. The trouble with me is, it's hard not to talk about stealing. I stole candy when I was 9. Switched to stealing beer at 14. Stole my first car a year later. But he didn't download a car. I hit up convenience stores. Drive-ins. Even held up a laundromat once. I threw my back out. Carrying all those quarters. Did you ever get caught? Big or small, every heist has a hitch. 3 or 4 went so bad. I was in and out of jail, but it wasn't anything serious. Until I got a crew together and started doing banks. Even country cops took that seriously. Caught me good after 5. I spent the rest of my life behind bars. How did you die? Prison's a hard place, especially when no one trusts you. If there's anything I learned from my dishonest life, it's honesty. Sounds like you got stabbed in prison. The bell rings. That's our time. You've heard my pitch. Gotten to know me. A little more than I like. So, what do you say? Turn him in! Oh my god. Help him out, turn him down, turn him in. God, I don't know what to do. Like, I want to see what happens if we go on the heist. I also want to see what happens if we're like, nah, we turning you into the ghost cops or whatever. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be funny. I really hope this isn't disappointing. Turn him in. Wait, what? Nice try. There ain't a jail around that can hold a ghost. I think. Leon doesn't stick around long enough to find out. Spooky Peter looks over at you. He seems concerned that Leon left. Wonder what that's about. Well, shit. Choose your date. Alright, who do we want to do first? Let's do Kyo first. We'll go like in order, I guess. You meet Kyo the next day. Waiting on the street as you approach. Looking nervous. Wow, the music got loud. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? Definitely. Why is the music so loud all of a sudden? What? Oh, that's why. I said I'm nervous too. Hold on a second. Let me take off these headphones. That's better. So, what were you saying? Were those headphones plugged in? Plugged into the ether? So you ready to go? Sure am. The middle of nowhere. Not literally. I know, 'cause we're ghosts. The middle of nowhere. Could mean something weird. Just come with me. Kyo takes you to the woods. Deep into the trees, far from any paved roads. Did you know I make greeting cards? For ghosts to give other ghosts? Happy anniversary of your tragic end. I'm happy for your loss. That sort of thing. It's just a hobby. You stop at a particularly barren patch of prairie land. Everything is frozen over. A few clusters of trees are stripped of their leaves with branches like bony hands. Squat birds huddle together for warmth near a frozen lake, while a dry, biting wind blows through. Isn't it great out here? I came here to think. I watch the birds. I listen to music. There aren't many souls here. Just the birds and the wind. I see why you like it. I can be myself here. No one bothers me. I don't need happy things to remind me that I'm not happy. I need sad things to remind me. It's okay to be sad sometimes. That's a nice way to put it. It's exhausting to worry like I do. But I'd rather embrace my sadness. then just ignore it. Sadness is a real thing. As real as we are, anyway. So I embrace it. Kyo looks out into the frozen lake. Come with me. I want to show you something. Kyo leads you away from the lake toward a pocket of trees. Hidden among the poplars and pines is an old house. The wood is gray and brittle. The roof collapsed long ago. This house is a tiny thing. When it was standing, it had just a single room. Inside, the floors are rotted through and covered in layers of bird droppings. In one corner, a wood-burning stove is rusted through. There's not much else. An entire family lived here. Kids were born here. People died here. And then it was abandoned. Left to fall apart. Lost among the trees. Now it's my home. Love what you've done with it. I would never change a thing. It's perfect. Kyo leads you back out into the cold. Back to the edge of the frozen lake. This is as far as I will ever go now. And you know what? That's fine. Everything's fine. That was wholesome. Alright. Let's go back. Get through our static. Okay. The speed dating rounds have wrapped up, but some ghosts are still hanging around. Let's see what Spooky Peter's up to. You arrive for your date with Spooky Peter. A hall of mirrors at a roadside carnival. A clown's face, all smiles and menace, watches over the entrance. Welcome to my home. Inside are twisted corridors lined with mirrors. With only a slight reflection, it's especially disorienting to navigate these halls. Spooky Peter leads you to a specific mirror, taller than the others. The mirror's face is concave, as if to pull in everything around it. We are going into this mirror. Follow him. Together, you step inside the mirror. Welcome to the Mirror World, or as it's known here, the Mirror World backwards. Okay. That's the Mirror World spelled backwards. Do you see the eerie green? That is what happens when an image reflects itself. It takes on an eerie green. The more times a reflection is reflected, the greener it becomes. Just like this. There's actually a science behind that. Humph. Science has no bearing here. In the Mirror World, the physical laws are upended. Am I really here? Or am I over here? Or am I over here? Perhaps it is all of the above. Or even nowhere at all. Heh heh heh. That's amazing. I thought you might be impressed. I have practiced these skills for ages. Centuries. It is not easy being green. Now come with me. The spooking hour approaches. That's 3 a.m. in case you're wondering. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Why 3 a.m.? Only witches and sins are awake at 3. We seek neither. In a way, we are both. Together, you and Spooky Peter fly through the void, passing countless mirrors in reverse, each peering into a life still being lived. Each mirror in the living world is actually a door. Staring into one long enough in the dark, or saying a spirit's name 3 times, that's like knocking. After a short trip through oblivion, you arrive at a particularly decorative mirror. A splendid haunt. Spooky Peter leads you through the mirror, glass, into a long hall lined with bricks, no one on one side. There are still boxes in the hall. The mirror you step through is propped up against the wall. At the far end is a massive kitchen with original marble tile that does well to hide its age. I'm having a hard time reading. Paul is sleeping. Let's get to spooking. What did Paul do to us? Spooky Peter leads you through the closed bedroom door where a man in his 20s is sound asleep on a mattress. He is snoring loudly. Spooky Peter floats to one shadowy corner by the open window, then motions for you to do the same. The curtain flaps over Peter's shadowy visage. He stands silently, hat bent slightly forward. He's just standing there. Should we flicker the lights? Patience, protege. The aim is to be a presence, not a nuisance. Spooky Peter stands motionless for several minutes. Wait, no, 40 minutes. 40 minutes of doing nothing but standing there. Finally, he moves away from the corner. Watch, protege, as I tighten the knot. Spooky Peter sinks into the hardwood floor. The old wood lets out a loud creak, 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 as steady as a pulse. Paul is still snoring. Peter moves into the ceiling and starts to scratch. Scritch, 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 like raspy breaths. Paul is still snoring. Peter is starting to look annoyed. He floats over to Paul and peeks in his ear. Some sort of orange foam. It obstructs his ear canal, preventing him from hearing us. Again, I am thwarted by the progress of man. Scratch on the wall. You scratch with one nail long and deep, above Paul's head. It leaves a long vertical line in the plaster. Make it a cross. Excellent work, protege. Faith haunts him, same as ghosts. The fear this will sow brings me butterflies. I am proud of you, protege. Truly, you are spooky this day. Spooky Peter leads you back into the hallway mirror. Back through this weird mirror world of his. A fractal realm on the dull side of the Tane. What? What he said. Eventually you reach the mirror that leads back to where you came in. Well, this is me. Thank you for your company. This was weird. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Before we return to the physical world, I should warn you. Time behaves differently in the mirror world. What may have felt like hours was in fact years. A decade has passed since we began this date. I speak in jest. It's barely been the length of a talkie. The look of fear on your face. Spooky Peter spooked you good. He tips his hat to say goodbye. More dust falls off the brim. Guess I'll be seeing you. A breeze picks up and the rest of him blows away. Sorry about this one. Wow. They apologized to us? They apologized to us for the Spooky Peter date. Can we go back into that middle room? Hey, hi. Ooh, I'm sorry. The event's all done. All the other ghosts have left. From what I hear, you were pretty popular. Still couldn't find the one, huh? Sadly, no, and I like to play the field. Sadly, no. That's okay. There are always more ghosts. People die pretty much all the time. Did you have fun at least? It was a blast. Glad to hear it. I've been having fun just observing. I set this up to help other ghosts find something. Something they might be missing. Or to learn more about themselves. In a way, we were all products of death. I like to think I am also her student. How did you die? In a pretty pointless way. I was driving my hatchback, and I hit a deer. We both died. And now I'm here. I'm not sure where the deer ended up. Anyway, let's play trivia. I have questions prepared and everything. Welcome to Fran's Scary Hard Trivia Challenge. All the questions are ghost related. Don't worry if you get any wrong. I'm not testing you or anything. Question 1. Which film star is said to haunt the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel in Los Angeles, California? Cary Grant? Ooh, I'm sorry. It's actually Marilyn Monroe. If you visit that hotel as a ghost, you might meet her. Marilyn actually lived in the hotel for about 2 years. Now she haunts it. Pretty cool, huh? Question 2. Which Shakespearean king appears as a ghost in a play that shares his name? I should have paid more attention in literature class. Is it King Lear? don't remember. It's Richard? Maybe? I don't remember. All right, we'll take that guess. Richard. The answer is actually Hamlet. This was a tricky one. Hamlet's father appears as a ghost. That's right, he does. His name was technically also Hamlet. King Hamlet. There are ghosts of kings in Richard III, but not Richard III himself. Question 3. A red blood cell that has lost its hemoglobin is known as what? Phantom? It's actually ghost. Wow. The simplest answer is usually right. Shit! That's my motto. Ghost red blood cells are empty shells. They show up on microscopes, but they're pretty much see-through, just like us. Question 4. This is hard. During her seances, what did medium Helen Duncan famously regurgitate and call ectoplasm? Baby food? I get why you'd pick a goop, but the answer is actually cheesecloth. Duncan was a medium in the early 1900s. She was said to fake ectoplasm by pulling gross cheesecloths out of her mouth. Duncan was also the last person imprisoned for witchcraft in the UK. Go figure. And question 5. This is the last one. That means it's also the hardest. The hardest? Which of these authors did not have a story in the first volume of the Fontana book of the Great Ghost Stories? I don't even know what that is. Edgar Allan Poe. The correct answer is Poe. All right. Fun fact, he's from Baltimore, where I'm from. Hence the Baltimore Ravens. You got it. Poe was in the second volume. Blackwood and Lawrence both have stories in the first. Blackwood was a prolific ghost story writer, while Lawrence, best known for not ghost stories, penned a great one called The Rocking Horse Winter. You got one question right. You're number 1. Just kidding. That's pretty bad. Just kidding. You probably did your best. I'd like to see your sources. My sources? Okay, sure. Here you go. They actually did it. You get all that? Ooh, look at the time. I need to finish closing up. If you're looking for something to do, you can always visit the graveyard. Relive some of your past dates there. Or select Erase Date Data to start over. That's in the options menu. What else? You can always go to hell. Excuse me? I meant that literally, of course. I hear it's gorgeous this time of year. If you combine travel and accommodations, you can get a pretty good deal. My friend Gail is a travel agent. She could find you a great river cruise package. I'll pass, thanks. No problem. Hell isn't for everyone, even though the brochures say it is. All right, time to go. I'll ring the bell to make it official. The bell rings. Sniff. Thanks for playing. Wow. So the only one we're missing is Riley. There's a thing that says go to hell? Wait, hold on. What does that do? What is this? Oh, hey there, stranger. You look like you could use some... Is this Gale? Is this the travel agent? R&R. Romance and Retribution. Wait, there's more to the game? The name's Gale. I'm a travel agent for the dead. I've got all the best deals. Singles cruises on the river Styx, cookouts on the shores of hell itself, all-inclusives at Daytona Beach. You may be dead, but that doesn't mean you can't still have fun. Fran told me about you. Fran? Who's Fran? Oh my god, this is the deer from her car accident. JK, baby doll. Francine and I go way back. You actually look like Fran, or how do you know her? How do you know her? We've been close for an eternity, at least. Pretty much the minute we became ghosts. She's been like my other half. Anywho, I'm organizing a singles event. It's on Mortal Beach, overlooking balmy Brimstone Bay. There's a great view of 2 whole circles. 3 when the weather cooperates. It's going to be a party for sure. Sounds great. Then you'll love what I've cooked up. There are some real party animals here. Just wait till you meet Dave. Fucking, his name had to be Dave? But hey, you didn't pick up my brochure. just to hear me blab on. Unless you did. Because then, I totally have a timeshare to sell you. Let's get you to the beach. We'll start things off with an icebreaker. Something familiar. Some speed dates. Oh my god, there's more to the game. Holy shit. I thought we were done. Okay. We keep going then. For the living, the shores of hell might seem like a strange place to take a vacation. It's no Maui, or Cancun, or Bali, but hell has its charms. The sand on Mortal Beach, like the water in the bay, is piping hot year-round. The air is sweltering, heavy, like a good sauna, or an oven. In hell, there is no night or day. The crimson light of eternal flames casts a pleasant flickering glow on everything at a comfortable distance. In a way, it's kind of romantic. The bell rings. The first ghost appears. Wait, are they a ghost? What? Salutations, bruh. They call me Andy? You party? You look like you party. I'm no bruh. Many apologies. Didn't mean to offend. I mean bruh as in abracadabra. I call everyone bruh. 'Cause we're all magic. It's one of my things. My big thing's partying, though. I do love a good party. Rad. Partying's like my main deal. My raisins something. Is that French? I can barely speak English. Why are they throwing this at me? I, exist to have a good time. Bring the awesome. What's your favorite kind of party? A rager, something chill, and nights I can't remember. Something chill. I prefer ragers. But no judgments here. Chill is good. I like my chill time too. Lying back, going with the flow. It don't always gotta be a ruckus. A ruckus. What in tarnation? What's your favorite means to chill? Good music. Music rules. Heavy stuff especially. Something hella loud. Make your nose bleed. I guess if we're talking chilling out, you probably like something more laid back. Beach jams? EDM, classical. I actually like loud music. Classical. Look at that face. He's like, what did you just say? You like what? I get maybe a waltz? Back in the day, a good Gallop waltzer was mega vulgar. You've clearly been dead a while. Dead? I'm not dead. You can't be dead if you never lived. How are you in hell then? Hell is my home. I'm a party demon. Gotta always be partying. Or else. Or else what? Or else... Oh wait. Hold on a sec. Andy chugs a six-pack. All the cans at once. Burp. Ah, that's better. That was impressive. I'm skilled for sure. You know that whole 10,000 hours to get good thing? I've partied for 1,000,000 hours probably. Plus there's hella incentive. If I don't party, I die. Aren't you already dead? Nope. Here's the deep lore dump. Demons are technically alive, and demons can cease to be. Like if a living person stops breathing. Except I have to remember to breathe. Like right now, actually. Gotta dance a bit. Andy dances a bit. Cha-cha-cha. There we go. All good in the hood. Hey, wanna hear a fun fact? These beads and shades aren't just for show. They lessen my need to party. How? By exuding party. Sort of like an RPG or something. Special item effects. +3 to partying. The bell ringeth. Time to go mingle. See you later, crocodile. A party demon. That's new. He would exhaust me. Oh my god. Another ghost appears. Whoa. The music. And what do we have here? Another lonely spirit? Tell me, lonely spirit, what is loss? Give him poison resistance. Don't laugh. The absence of something? Why, yes, dear. Precisely. You must feel it too, then. That profound emptiness. The loss of your life. I'm still me, though. Are you certain of that, lonely spirit? Ghosts are desperate for purpose. We lie to ourselves. Tell ourselves we still matter. That a part of us remains. But who is to say we matter anymore? We are not even matter. We are no more like echoes. That was a pun. Epilogues of unfinished stories. Soon, there will be nothing more to say. You and I will truly be nothing. I believe it will be glorious. You are such a downer. This likely won't surprise you, but you are not the first ghost to call me a downer. Sorry if you thought you were being clever. I certainly have cause. Like you, I lost my life. Unlike you, it happened twice. Yeah, the pupils are really distracting me. They call me Agatha. Bane of Bricksdale, Connecticut. An irregularity in the blood count. I suppose you could, at one time, call me a vampire. Now, I am a ghost. Vampire ghost? Cool! I am quite chilly, yes. Thank you for noticing. This stake through my heart. I suppose it made me this way. There are very few vampires, let alone vampire ghosts. That stake looks painful. It only hurt for a second. My former lover had, impeccable aim. She had just discovered I was a vampire. She wasted little time. Now I wander between worlds, a nothing and nowhere, deserving this lonely death. My broken heart on full display. We should pull out the stake. No! Please, do not touch it. It is my burden. It belongs there. I feel a friction between us. I am a downer, and you are fast to pass judgment. We may not be so compatible. But I like downers. You'll understand if I'm not convinced. Your words thus far suggest otherwise. I was trying to make a good first impression. You needn't try so hard. It is better just to be. It is honest, at least. The bell rings. The bell. Time to move on, lonely ghost. It is probably for the best. We will meet again soon enough. That was intense. Another ghost appears. What is this? What in the Scooby-Doo? Hi, hello. Excuse me. Sorry to bug you. I'm looking for my human. Have you seen her? He looks so happy. Is she a vampire ghost? A vampire? You mean like Agatha? Agatha's not my human. Is Agatha even a human? She's around here somewhere. I'm sure she is. Sigh. My name's Dave. It's super to meet you, even if I am kinda sad today. Pat Dave. Thank you for the pat. I like pats, as a rule. But please ask next time. What kind of dog are you? The cute kind? Kidding. When I was alive, I think my human called me Retriever Cross? Crossed with what? Crossed? I gotta be crossed with something? I guess some other kind of pup? I never really knew my dad. But whatever he was, I guess. When did you last see your owner? That's sort of complicated. My human is a wisp. A piece of a spirit. She's usually right by me. Just floating around. Never leaves my side. Where's the rest of her? I guess still alive. A wisp is what happens when just a part of a person dies. That's what Gale said anyway. All I know is, 1 minute I was alive, eating some chocolate I found. Ah, poor Dave. The next I died. When I came to, I was a ghost. And the wisp was there too. I guess that means part of my human died with me. Can I pet your face? Of course! I love pets on the face. Thanks so much for asking. You pet Dave on the face. His little ghost tail wags. I'm sure she didn't get far. I sure hope so. I just wish I could smell where she is. It's so frustrating, not being able to sniff stuff. In the meantime, I'll be waiting. The bell rings. Ah! Woof, woof, woof. Sorry. I guess I'm on edge. Still not sure what to think of you. Also, I keep forgetting. When the bell rings, it's time to change places. A few more times, and I'll be trained hopefully. If you see my human, tell her to come home, okay? Well, you know, hell is just a vacation resort, right? He probably found a brochure. Dave almost ran away when you pet him without asking. You're going to need to be more careful if you want to earn his trust. That was so sad and yet completely adorable. I don't understand how they pulled that off. I think it was the happy faces. The second round begins. Sup, Spooky Ookie? What is happening? Righteous to see you again. Splendiferous even. I like your bikini. Thanks. I like to switch it up. Right now? It's polka dot time. Well, polka dots are classic. Where'd you get it? The mall. The Demon Mall. It's like a regular mall, just with a really freaky food court. Lots of gnarly eats. Decent place to party. Which reminds me. Here we go again. Excusey. Andy does some random air guitar. Hello, East St. Louis. There. All better, jet setter. Hey. Jet setter, I like that. What's your opinion of platypuses? Platypi? Whatever. Those hairy duck dudes. Look it up. Why? Just been thinking lots. About animals. Which ones party? Which ones don't? The ultimate party animal? I think it's a platypus. Justify this decision, Andy. I think about shades. Sunglasses. Like the ones on my dome. If you put them on an animal, who looks the most down to party? A platypus. It's inarguable. Okay, fine. Kangaroos are up there. Dogs too. Especially if they're in a sidecar. I love dogs in sidecars. I love dogs that party. Like Dave the dog? Balto over there? Pup's goal-oriented for show. But also scatterbrained as heck. Loyal but flighty. A total Libra. What about Agatha? The vampire ghost's a wet blanket. Obsessed with the past. Single-track mind. Agatha's a Scorpio. Most deaf. How do you know all this? Or this is all BS. How do you know all this? Internet. Okay. Oop. Here I go fading away again. Nature calls. Andy crushes a beer on their head. There we go. So, where were we? Andy still appears to be fading. You're still fading away. What? I am? That never happens. Just keep partying. I'm trying. Maybe if I put on more party accessories? I left them in the car. The bell rings. I gotta go. Andy's been partying for more than 1,000 years. I'm sure they'll figure this out. Don't worry. I mean, don't worry that much. Demons aren't even real. Or are they? Why is the game being so sus about that? The music droop gets me every time. I return to drag you further down. I understand why you're down. You cannot truly understand. Not yet, anyway. So do you hate garlic and sunlight? No more than you might. Real vampires are more complicated. Real vampires are not monsters. Mostly. Like the living. There are some among us with violent tendencies. They make it difficult for those of us simply trying to make the best of our curse. Vampirism is a curse? Immortality worsens the longer you live, and my hunger for blood is insatiable, especially now that I cannot feed. When I first became a vampire, it was difficult to find blood without killing people. What about blood banks? I am surprised, Lonely Spirit. You have an intelligence, it seems. That's precisely how I solved my problem. I became a nurse. I was quite good at finding veins. It was easy to take more than was needed. A unit for a test that required a vial. I only took more from those healthy enough to give it. How did you not get caught? Every 12 years, I would move. Another jurisdiction, far, far away. Enroll in a new nursing school. Train once more. Work once more. This way, no one noticed that I wasn't aging. Over time, I became quite lonely. Did you know any other vampires? I did not. You would think, over time, we would find each other. But in all my years as a vampire, I did not meet others like me, except for the one who turned me. And he is no longer in the picture, as they say. Tell me about him. The one who turned me was my husband. My first husband. On our anniversary, 8 years to the day, he said this way, I would be pretty forever. I did not ask to be undead. I wanted to grow old. I wanted to die someday. That is the natural way of things. He did not care what was natural. He did not care what I wanted. What happened to him? I foolishly mistook his gesture for romance, and stayed with him for a number of years. But eternity is a long time. Eventually, he left me. For someone he deemed prettier. I can only assume he turned her as well. You know, Lonely Spirit. Despite some difficulties, you are a good listener. The bell rings. Should you wish to know me better, you need only look where crimson meets black. However, if you are not interested, I will understand. There needn't be any bad blood between us. Goodbye, Lonely Spirit. Perhaps I will see you again. Vampire Ghost has taken an interest in you. That's neat. Oh, hi again. It's me, Dave the dog. Want to hear a joke? I love to tell jokes. Jokes are pretty great, I think. I'd love to hear a joke. Okay, so, this dog walks into a bar, and get this, he walks up to the bartender, and the dog says, "Give me a gin and ginger." So then, the bartender looks up and says, "Holy moly, a talking dog!" Dave the dog laughs. That was my human's favorite joke. You're a good dog, Dave. I try. I really do. I don't chew as much stuff now. I sometimes had trouble with that. The place I was haunting didn't have a pup. They kept finding their stuff chewed up. There's less stuff to chew in hell. You're so nice and good. I'm glad you're in hell with me. If I don't find my human, maybe you can be my new one. Oh no! I shouldn't say that out loud. I forget I say things now. I know what you mean. You do? Huh. Thought it was a new talker thing. Guess it's more of a Dave thing. Wait. Dave pricks up his ears. Did you hear that? I think it was my human. Dave instinctively sniffs the air, then whimpers. It was just Gail. She laughs like Miriam. I miss Miriam so much. That was my human's name. Miriam took me for walks. Twice a day. She let me stop to smell literally everything. And sometimes, when it was extra hot, we'd go swimming in a lake of water. You want more pats? I feel... let's ask about Miriam. Where could Miriam be? We had favorite places. Where we go on our walks. I bet probably one of those. I bet she's looking for me too. You want more pats? Oh, yes, please. You pat Dave. Thanks. That makes me feel appreciated. Appreciated and safe. The bell rings. Ah! Woof, woof, woof. Oh no. I did it again. Sorry. Again. I sure hate that bell. That's the last of the speed dates. Time to pick someone to date. Ooh, pick me, pick me. Man, these were all interesting. I want to know what happens with all three of them. I hope that we can do all three. Well, we could do it in order. Dave, Andy, then Agatha. Dave, 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 same, okay. Yeah, we'll go in order. We'll start with Dave. You came! I knew you'd come. Are you still liking hell? I'm starting to love it. Guess I'm a real hellhound. I thought dogs went to heaven. Oh, we do. But we can come and go. As we please. There's a doggy door. That's thoughtful. Oh yeah. They think of everything there. Can we go for a walk? Up on the surface? That sounds like fun. Oh boy. It will absolutely be so fun. I want to take you everywhere. All my favorite places to smell. What about Miriam's wisp? Oh yeah, Miriam's wisp. We gotta find her. Good thinking. If we hit up enough spots, we might just find her wisp. Where could she be? A place we've already been. She's a wisp. She's drawn to familiar things. The good park? The good pet store? The good couch? One of those, probably. Oh shit, pet store, park, or couch? Park? We did have another date where park was an option. Wasn't it wrong? You made some brownies for this. You don't have any ice cream? Oh no. Hey, you know what? Brownies by themselves are still good. All right, that's 2 votes for park. We'll do that. Oh, great. I love the good park. No, park was right? Okay. Dave leads you to a park in a deep ravine. A nearby sign says off-leash dog park, but you don't see any dogs. Maybe this is because it's the middle of the night. There are trees here, all dead. The grass is gray. A ways in, there's a rusty playground. A rubber swing seat, dangles on a single chain. It's kind of spooky. Welcome to the good park. My friend Kyo would love it. Then I love your friend Kyo. Dave runs over to the swing. He starts to tug at the seat with his teeth. It's a tug toy, he says without losing his grip. Then you hear barking. Distant howls of pain and anguish growing closer, until they are right up on you. Gurgles, whimpers, low, guttural growls of warning and dread. You turn in horror to see a bunch of super cute ghost pups. There's a ghost corgi that looks like a spooky loaf of dog. A ghost chihuahua, she's making most of the noise. And a ghost Saint Bernard, slobbering ectoplasm. Each has a wisp by their side. Hey there, fellow pups! Dave studies each ghost dog's wisp, and sniffs each ghost dog's ghost butt. None of these are Miriam's wisp. Shucks. This was still fun, though. Where to now? Should we go to the pet? Well, it's the middle of the night. Why don't we go to the couch? You're darn right, a couch. But not just any couch. My couch. My human thought she owned it. But I peed on it. And she didn't, so the law says it's mine. Dave leads you to a townhouse. A nice place, clearly taken care of. The place is packed with tchotchkes. Isn't that knickknacks? Library sale books, vintage postcards, souvenirs from trips to Korea and Portugal. Miriam likes to travel. The place is empty. I guess that's where she is now. Traveling. I'm just glad I don't gotta stay with her sister anymore. He looked so done. Dave floats over to an ugly couch, orange and brown, covered in dog hair. He curls up on it. Sometimes I still come here, he says, just to be close to my human. Is this Miriam? It's hard to tell. The wisp isn't doing much. They're just kinda floating in front of you. Maybe they're studying you? Do they even know you're there? Attack it with my sword? Why do I have a sword? Hello, Miriam? The wisp crackles like fire. You're not sure what it's trying to say. I come in peace, Wisp. The wisp dims a little. They seem skeptical. Are you Miriam's wisp? The wisp blinks once. Is that a yes? Miriam! There you are! Miriam's wisp seems excited to see Dave. I'd like you to meet a friend. No, I haven't replaced you. Miriam flickers cautiously. See? A friend. Miriam flickers and flashes. She'll get used to you. She just needs some time. I'm happy we found her. Me too. Miriam seems regretful. She says she's sorry for running away. Miriam vibrates and flickers a bunch. She saw her old car and chased it out of instinct. Before she knew it, she was lost. So she came here. Dave yawns. We've been up all night. I'm beat. I think it's home time. Can I give you a pat? Of course. I sure love the pats. Thank you so much. Let's go for another walk soon. Bye, Dave. Bye. Miriam flickers. I have sometimes thought of the final cause of dogs having such short lives, Sir Walter Scott wrote, and I am quite satisfied it is in compassion to the human race. For if we suffer so much in losing a dog after an acquaintance of 10 or 12 years, what would it be if they were to live double that time? For Charlie, Mucho Grande, and all the dogs who made our lives better, thanks for being good pups. That is adorable. The same applies to cats, yeah. All right, let's go back to hell. You return to the shores of hell. Speed dating is all done. But some of the ghosts are still here. All right, let's go to Andy. Yeah, I think that, yes, like Cake and like any pet. Any, like Riku eventually, any pet. Dog, cat, you know. Speed dating in hell has wrapped up for the evening. Is it even evening? It's hard to tell down here. Either way, you spot Andy. Not an easy feat in their current state. Well, salutations. I think I've stabilized. Good thing, too. For a hot minute, it was touch and go. Cough. Ugh. Excuse me. Been coughing a bunch. You're still a bit see-through. True facts. But I am less see-through? The answer is yes. Gotta stay optimistic. In the face of my ailment. This persistent opacity. Has this happened before? Maybe your body's telling you something. Telling me what? To lay off the partying? That's like saying, I need to stop existing. Weak. I kinda want to keep existing. Oh no. I think getting all existential made it worse somehow. Like, maybe the more I think, the less I matter? How do we fix this? Clearly adding stuff helps. Party garb, particularly. It strengthens my vibe. Like, if this lei is +2 party, and the bikini is +1, maybe adding the right fashion will make me 100%? 100% Andy? Cough, cough. Is it cold in here? Suddenly I want a shawl. Does anyone have a shawl? Put on your beads. Beads? Good call. I'll look so dope. How do I look? Pretty dope. Heck yeah. Hella dope. Burp. Wait. Something's happening. Oh no. What did I do? Bruh. I think I'm gonna hurl. Put something on. I don't have anything else. Try dancing. Andy dances a bit. Nothing happens. Andy dances a lot. Nothing happens. Oh shit. Lose the lei. Ugh. This is even worse. I feel my bones fading. Somehow, it feels like the empty in a room. Abject loneliness. Oblivion, bruh. Oblivion! What do I do? What do I wear? Just lay in bikini? Lay in bikini? It's worth a shot. With a last bit of strength. Andy switches it up. Am I fixed? Survey says negatory. Farewell, bruh. It's been a slice. Andy? You call out to Andy. There's no response. It seems Andy has faded away. This didn't exactly end well, huh? I'm sorry. Please don't think this is your fault. Every party has to end. And this party, well, this party's over. It's probably time to back away slowly. And try to forget what happened tonight. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. What the fuck? Andy deserved better. Alright, we got one more. You return to the shores of hell. Speed dating is all done. But some of the ghosts are still here. Looks like my summer vacation is over. No, not Roxas. Alright, let's see what Vampire Agatha's up to. After speed dating finishes, you search for Agatha. You look everywhere. Inside the resort, not inside the resort. When you finally find Agatha, she is floating in the air, off the beach overlooking Brimstone Bay. Looking out over the water, she has a shadow, even in the dark. I thought you'd choose another. There is a dog, after all. I like that. People seem to enjoy dogs. I'm more of a cat person. Cats are wise creatures. They are observers. Collectors of the dark. They know our secrets. My cat was named Meowsers. How unfortunate. I suppose you are wondering about this stake in my heart? Perhaps you think if you earn my trust, you can be the one to finally remove it. I'd rather go bowling. I'd prefer a swim. Thank you for understanding. This stake is my burden. But it is a burden I choose to carry. I can take it out whenever I want. Observe. It is not that I need the stake. It is simply a part of me. My current state is because of this stake. I was born with it. I am not whole without it. Did you hear that, though? Hear what? Time sped up when you removed it. Did it? I'll have to take your word for it. What does it feel like? It doesn't. The blood-red waters of Brimstone Bay lap up the black sands of the shore. It's difficult to see beneath the water. This is the edge of hell. There could be anything below the surface. Let's go swimming. Agatha leads you by the hand out over the water. She turns to you, then dips beneath the waves. Follow her. As you move through the water, you feel the water move through you. Beneath the surface, everything is thick and crimson. It's impossible to see more than a couple feet in front of you. You feel what you hope are fish brushing past. Schools of them. At least you hope they're fish. Everything feels slower too, a little like when you're with Agatha. You can't see her. For all you know, she brushed past like the fish. Until, through the murk, you see her. You're face to face with a vampire ghost, bathed in blood. When you cannot breathe, lonely ghost, do you ever truly stop swimming? You're first to return to the shores of Brimstone Bay. After a few quiet moments, Agatha emerges from the red water. Something's different. She looks calm, almost content, like a weight has been lifted off her. My steak! Oh God! I don't know what to do. I need my steak. The noise! That horrible noise. Arg! Frantic, Agatha disappears back into Brimstone Bay. The steak in her heart must have fallen out when she was underwater. Dive in to help her look. You decide to dive into the water to help Agatha look for her steak. But wait. Before you leap in, what's that on the shore? By some hellish miracle, her steak washes up on the beach. You pick it up. This steak has been with her for so long, but only seems to cause her pain. Call out to Agatha. You call out to Agatha. There is no response. You dive into the bay. You try in vain to spot her beneath the crimson waves. You see nothing, and your calls for Agatha are muffled by the water, as thick as blood. When you finally emerge once more from the bay, Agatha's steak is in your hand, and it's suddenly so quiet, as if time is standing still. You wait there for a while longer. She doesn't come back. Well, shit. So that's it? That's how that ends? Visit graveyard. Let's see, we're still missing people somehow. One of these has to be Riley. What the hell? Hang on, let's see what happens if we click on this. The speed dating is over. Oh, jeez. And we cleared some room. It's time to dance. What? The waterfront looks different now. Strings of yellow lights hang between posts in the sand. The tables have been cleared away. In their place, a wooden dance floor is laid out on the beach, as if ghosts needed a place to plant their feet. The place is packed with ghosts. Many are familiar faces. As the music plays, there's nothing left to do but... Who will you dance with? Huh. So I guess the tombstones are because we didn't go on a date with the money guy, we didn't go on a date with Riley, and we didn't go on a date, or we didn't save, rather, Andy. Who are we gonna dance with? We've got Stephanie up in here, we've got Hattie, we've got Dave, we've got Keo. This is a hard choice. This is a tough call. Who will we dance with? I don't know. You say Keo, you say Dave. I just don't know. Okay. Dave found his wisp. So he's happy, he's good. Kyo is probably at this thing freaking out, full of anxiety. You're neutral? I think I agree with picking Kyo. Kyo or Spooky Peter? Oh, we're gonna pick Kyo. I wonder if Kyo's here. We also name-dropped Kyo when we were hanging out with Dave. It doesn't seem like... Psst. Huh? Over here. Totally. Hi! It's me, Kyo. I'm so relieved you're here. This may surprise you, but I'm pretty scared of parties. See what I say? Especially ones full of ghosts. And demons. In hell. I'll protect you. Thanks. I'm not gonna be all... I'm a big strong Kyo now. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Because I totally am. I'm afraid of every ghost. Except you. I braved all this, hoping you'd show. Oh shit, you're so sweet, Kyo. That's why I'm here too. What does a Kyo do at parties? Let's say you're so sweet. Ah! Please don't compliment me. I don't take it well. Anyway, I've been hiding in a vent. It felt like the best place. To see the festivities. You didn't want to mingle? I made eye contact with Spooky Peter. That was enough mingling for me. Speaking of which, I know I'm cutting this short, but I should probably go. Kyo inspects all the other ghosts in the room. I could use some fresh air. Maybe see what's in the fridge. I'm also behind on work. I should get to work. You could stay, though. And do what? Hide in a vent some more? You could hide in my pocket instead. What? If that's what you want. I can't tell if one of these is like sarcastic and the other one is genuine. Pocket? Okay. Haha. That's so weird. Anyway, if you need me, I'll be in the vent. Wow. And now we know what it's like to party with Kyo. Wow. Oh, we can dance with more people? Let's dance with Dave. A familiar pup spots you from across the dance floor. He wags his tail when he sees you. Hey, hi. It's me again. Dave the dog. The wisp of Miriam the human appears by his side. She fizzes like pop. It's called soda. Miriam says hi too. Try to imitate the crackle sound. God damn it. I always want to pick the stupid answers, but I'm afraid to upset them. I'm gonna go for it. You awkwardly attempt to sound like a wisp. In response, Miriam's wisp roars like static. What does that mean? Haha. You said you're looking for a home for your pee. Whoops. Don't worry at all. It was funny. You are a good human. See, Miriam? I told you. Miriam's wisp crackles pleasantly. You must be happy to be reunited. Absolutely. Definitely. Tail waggingly. Miriam's wisp sparkles. We have a bond for sure. When she was far away, that bond was sure stretched, but it'll never break. So now you wait. Wait? Oh, you mean waiting for Miriam to die? Miriam's wisp fizzles a bit. Honestly, I just want Miriam to live her life. The longer the better. I hope she lives to be 12. Oh my god. Maybe even 13. That's 91 in people years. Okay, at least he understands that. I'm glad that he understands that concept. What'll you do in the meantime? We'll do so much. Sniff out the best spots, talk to all the ghosts. I have so much to learn. Now that I can talk, it's a whole new chapter. They say all dogs go to heaven. Heaven for me can be anywhere. As long as I have pals. Can I give you one last pat? I would love one last pat. You pat Dave on his cute face. He wags his tail lots and lots. Miriam's wisp flies over to the water's edge. She makes loops in the air as she goes. She wants me to chase her. I gotta go chase her. Thanks again for everything. I'll never forget you. My other human. Let's go for another walk sometime. Dave barks and wags his tail as he tries to catch Miriam's wisp. She dances above the red sand, barely out of reach. As Dave barks and growls playfully, his tail won't stop wagging. What a good boy. That was cute. Can we dance with someone else? Okay. Who else should we catch up with? I want to see what Stephanie's been up to. Steph is in the middle of the dance floor. Ghosts and demons are dancing in circles around her. Steph shakes, eyes rolled back, almost in a trance. It looks more like a ritual than a dance party. But then this is hell, and these are dead people we're talking about here. Hey! Hello! Oh my gosh! Hi! The music is louder on the dance floor, and Steph is soft-spoken. She has to yell to be heard. I'm so happy you're here. I could say the same about you. Beg your pardon? Sorry, it's hard to hear in here. I could say the same about you. I love them too. My absolute favorite band. Steph absolutely didn't hear you. How? Sorry, just a sec. Sorry, okay. So how have you been? Pretty good. I'm sorry to hear that. Things with me have been great. I've been traveling a ton, deciding what kind of ghost I want to be. I tried haunting a restaurant. Nobody noticed. And a video store. But it was deader than me. So now I'm trying out a concert hall. And it's perfect. I've never been happier. What kind of music? Italian mostly. Lots of pasta and cheese. Sorry, one more sec. This is a good part. Awesome. So yeah, where were we? Oh yeah, the restaurant. I have no idea what's going on. Haha. I absolutely use tomato sauce. But I should probably let you go. I'm supposed to be concentrating. Something about a Lydian liturgy? And the deepest hells? Whatever. All I know is, it's great to see you. And this is super fun. Good for her. So Steph's fine. I'm glad that she's doing well. Alright, let's check out Hattie. Hattie is here. And she's with someone. Uh-oh. Hey, look! Hello again, dearie. It's so good to see you. I'd like you to meet Milton. Hey there, how you doing? Nice to meet you, Milton. Good looking and polite. Millie. Hey, just saying. You'll have to forgive my Milton. He's definitely more Blanche than Rose. It's the first game I've ever played to have a Golden Girls reference. 10 out of 10. If you know what I mean, I do. You strike me as a Dorothy. Hope that's a compliment. Of course it is. Dorothy's all wisdom and strength. And sass. Don't forget the sass. I can be sassy. Darn right. That's why I picked you. And I'll wager it's why you picked me. I know it's why I picked Hattie. How do you like the afterlife, Milton? It's a gas. All time and no pressure. I don't have to worry about a thing now. Will you still help out at the home? Of course. It's my duty. My purpose in all this. And I'll be right there with her. That's so romantic. Turns out romance is dead. Hattie laughs. Good one, Millie. But that's enough chit-chat. What do you say we cut a rug? I'd love to. Wonderful. Back in my younger days, I wasn't much of a dancer. Gonna be interesting to try. Without my feets. You'll be fine. Just do like we did at our wedding. And follow my lead. Hattie turns to you. Now watch this. Hattie's spinning around the dance floor. She's got more energy than Riley out there. Milton's doing his darndest to keep up. Come on, Millie. No time like the present. Huff. Puff. How am I out of breath when I don't have to breathe? Do the foxtrot. You're such a good dancer. No hooves, perfect trot. Hattie laughs. She's lighter than air. All right, who's next? Spooky Peter, I guess. The ghost party is going strong. Everyone's dancing and having a blast. Well, almost everyone. Hey, do you, by chance, know a ghost with a hat? A weird dude? Made of dust? Talks like a book? Spooky Peter, that's the one. He's asking for you. Over in the corner. He's running some scam. Guests have been complaining. Say he's ruining their night. Let me handle this. Would you? Thanks, baby doll. You spot Spooky Peter across the room. He is sitting at a table with 12 drinks. It's like me at a party. Aha! My protege returns. Ready for another lesson? Gail says you're bugging people. Spooky Peter? Bugging people? I simply offer respite. From the revelry. An alternative. A game of wits. The rules are simple. Spooky Peter wheezes. Something's still rattling around in there. I have ordered 12 festive and tropical beverages. We take turns drinking them. You may drink 1, 2, or 3. The ghost who finishes the last of the drinks, well, they win, of course. Won't we get drunk? Nay. A ghost cannot get drunk. That's a shame. No matter how many spirits, a spirit imbibes. He motions to the drinks on the table. Friends always go first. How many will you drink? 3. Then I'll take one. Excuse me. That leaves 8. Now how many will you drink? Oh shit, I have to like think in advance, don't I? So if I take 1, he could take 3, and then I could take 2, and then he would take 2. Or I could take 3. Wait, this is confusing me. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna go 3 again. Then I'll have 1 drink. So now there are 4. Now how many will you drink? I'll do 1. Leaving 3 for me. Oh shit, I fucked up. That's all of them. Spooky Peter wins. My triumph, like death itself, was inevitable. You can't win. Like mathematically it's impossible, so it's a scam. Like she said, I'm done with this. Then the lesson is at its end. Spooky Peter gasps for air. Ignore it. Ignore it. Let us focus on the lesson. What was the lesson? There are some games near impossible to win. Still, we are better for trying. It is time I once again disappear, like ash on that hellish wind. But fret not. If you wish to see me again, just look in the mirror. Or come back here. I have nowhere else to be. This fucking guy. I can see why the other guests were annoyed. Spooky Peter's game was pretty tricky. Say what you will about Peter. The old ghoul's always full of surprises. Alright, someone had said Gary. You see Gary standing in the corner. Something's wrong. Gary says nothing, only stares. What's wrong, Gary? Gary? I am Gary. How do you know my name? I helped you solve your death? My death? Gary, are you okay? I still feel the blade. The life draining out. Emptied. An empty space. Where once there was Gary, now stands the abyss. An absolute nothing. Focus on my voice, Gary. Your voice. It does sound familiar. It sounds like judgment? Judgment. Judgment! Gary opens his mouth wide. Wider. The sides reopen, again cracking and tearing. Inside smells familiar. An odor musty and sour. Exactly like rotting peaches. Gary lets out another cry. Low. Even lonelier than before. I'm not judging you. I will not tell you. You cannot see. Gary's eyes grow wide. You cannot understand. In an instant, Gary vanishes in front of you. The last time you saw Gary, he left you to seek out the partner he murdered, a man named Service Gelk. Did he find Service? What could have caused Gary to regress like this? He was so raw, still so empty. You look around at the other ghosts at this party. They're goofing around, having a good time. Meanwhile, Gary was in the corner, actually going through hell and back. Well then. Alright. I guess we're gonna do all of them that are available. Let's see what Vera's up to. Vera's sitting at a table, taking it all in. Hey there, hun. Good to see your face again. I sensed you'd be coming. It's my gift now. Why aren't you dancing? You missed it. Before you got here, I was line dancing. Kicking up dust. Vegas style. Cough. You seem like a partier. That's me. The life of the party. I even bring my own smoke machine. Cough. Right now, though, I'm on the clock. After all that seance business, I decided to try something new. I became a medium. Here's my card. Vera, ghost psychic, as in I am a ghost who is psychic. Contact info, say my name 3 or 4 times. Did you write that out yourself? Of course I did. Never did learn to type. You want a reading? For you? It's on the house. I'd love a reading. Vera is suddenly concentrating very hard. I see that you are a good ghost, and I'm glad to know you. Vera smiles. It always weirds me out when she smiles. Honestly, readings are a racket. The real fun's in medium work. I'm able to hear the living, so the dead come to me. If they're looking for someone... Can you connect me with someone? Sure can, but maybe some other time. Oh, really? It's too noisy for a seance in here. Just think of someone still alive you'd like to reconnect with, and give me a call. You have my card. Until then, it was good seeing you, hun. You stay out of trouble. Lord knows we ghosts get enough of that. I feel like everybody's getting like a good ending here, other than Gary, whatever the hell that was. Agatha, who was last seen diving into the blood. Agatha stands on the other side of the dance floor. Her hair blowing wildly, strands like hands reaching out for something missing. I miss it. I miss the steak in my heart. I understand. A sentiment I appreciate. But you can't possibly understand. I just feel so empty now. I've lost a part of myself. I am not the same without it. Give Agatha her steak. Or now you can be like you used to be. I don't think she wants that, though. She said that the steak was something that she was going to choose to remove. Yeah, I'm gonna give her the steak back, because, like, I feel like she's got all eternity to make that choice. Why have it taken away from her against her will? My steak! You found it! Oh, thank you. Agatha returns the steak to the hole in her heart. I am me again. You can't know what this means. But if you'll give me the time, even a fraction of our eternities, I will ensure it is a burden you shall never bear. I would like that. That's splendid, Lonely Ghost. I feel so warm right now. How was that possible? It feels how I imagine love must feel. Well, I'm glad that happened. What are we gonna do with it? Alright, we did Agatha, we did Gary, we did Hattie, Keo, Stephanie, Vera, we got Drea, and that's the only one left. Other than the ones we didn't unlock. Drea is standing next to the refreshment table. It sort of looks like they're sipping something into the punch. Hey, Square. Long time no scare. Haha. Nice, Drea. Nice. What's so funny? I'm what's funny. You never noticed I'm funny? Our date was pretty funny. Totally. Wasn't it rad? Scaring those normies? They totes moved out after. Like, pack, leave, bye. I kinda miss them. The new couple's sorta just there. They work, like, hard. And don't talk ever. I think they might hate each other. It sucks. I don't want to spook sad people. Where's the fun in that? Plenty of fun here, at least. Now that you're here. Drea looks around the room. The ghosts are grooving. To the hunks tunes. Hey, let's prank Gale. What should we do? You want me to come up with something? You mean like always? Fine. Watch this. This prank will be like the stuff of legends. Drea hides behind the refreshment table. They motion for you to get behind it too. From this super secret hiding spot, you can see Gale on the other side of the dance floor. She's talking on her phone. So then I says to the angel, listen, I don't have all day. Do you want to make out or what? Hold on, I'm getting another call. This is Gale. Hello? You've reached Gale. Are you interested in a travel package? Heh, package. Excuse me? Click. What the hell? Wow, so this side goes up called her. The stuff of legends. Epic prank, bro. Well, I think that's it. That's everybody. We've got 3 unavailables. You're going then? That's too bad. I was hoping maybe we could talk? I'm glad to see you, TBH. When we first met, you really kinda made an impression on me. What the hell? Same. Eep! I mean, fascinating. I'll need to take note of this. Why Eep? I'm shy as heck. I almost didn't come. I tend to be the kind of ghost who stays home. Binging on a good TV show. Maybe munching on a bad food. Like ramen with cut up hot dogs. Oh, not that I have to eat anything. I just like how familiar it feels. Glad you came out, or I'm better than ramen. Wow. Glad you came out. Me too. I sure don't get what you'd see in me, though. I'm kind of a bland Fran. You're so earnest. Thank you. I can only be me. Gosh, now I'm blushing. You might not see it, but trust me. I try my best to be kind. I didn't used to have many friends. I guess that's why I arranged speed dating. To get to know people better. What makes them tick. And how I fit in. If I fit in. I'm still not sure I do. You fit in here. In hell? With me or with the rest of us? Oh shit. If this just like came out of nowhere, what did she? There's no build up to this. Me? Okay. There's no place I'd rather be. Wow. Fran walks out onto the dance floor. She smiles. Thank you so much for signing up. For this silly little speed dating. And for taking the time to know me. And all these other misfit spirits. I can't imagine what our deaths would be like without you here. To liven things up. Hee hee. Well, there we go. I really liked that game. Quite a lot. I'm actually like really glad that we played the rest of it. I really enjoyed it. And I wasn't expecting a whole other chapter at the end. I thought we were done after the third room. 10 out of 10. Yeah, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. It was short enough, you know, to get through the whole thing at a reasonable pace. It was very well written. It was funny. And it also just punched you in the gut a whole bunch. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting the heavy stuff, but it was very well done. It was very well done. Yeah, definitely glad that we finished this and that we played it at all. Holy shit.